Hello again, people. Welcome back to HemingwayLand.com, your source for quality, affordable land in the state of New Mexico. This is our preview of all the properties debuting on the website for tomorrow, July 12, 2019. Before I get to that, as always, I want to thank all the people who elected to do business with us this past week. Fahim purchased some land from us in Torrance County. Eric picked up one of our Timberon lots, and David scooped it up. The new Torrance property that we listed only 7 days ago. Had a lot of calls about that property, a lot of calls, a lot of emails, a lot of people expressing interest about it. The buy now button on that listing page got clicked about a bajillion times this past week from people, I don't know, exploring the buy now button. But nonetheless, David was the one who got it. For anybody who is interested in that property, I should have more coming in that subdivision, presumably with the same amenities for roughly the same price point in the next, I'm going to say 30 to 45 days. I can't really anticipate how long closing will take on some of these, but that's what I'm predicting right now. About 30 to 45 days, I should have more in that subdivision. So if you were looking at that, wanted it, missed out, subscribe to the channel here, plug. And you will be amongst the first to know when we debut those new properties. Speaking of subscribing to the channel, I want to thank all the new subscribers whose names I can actually see this past week. RV Jedi, who himself seems to have a couple thousand subscribers, as well as Benito. Benito has 42 numbers after his name, so I won't read all of those, but thank you guys nonetheless for subscribing. Anywho, new properties this week. All of them are in Otero County. This is the final of our Timberon rollout that we're doing. We've listed 9 of these, sold 3. Added another 3 this week, so we have 9 available properties still out here. The new ones are OTNM-0010I, J, and K. As you can see from the headlines, I and J are closest to the airstrip, and the K property actually sits pretty close to the entrance of Timberon. Of course, all of these are half-acre lots priced at $2,500. All of them have power either at the lot line or very close to the lot line, and all of them, of course, have the Timberon Water Sanitation District connection, hookup, whatever, to their respective properties. For the record, guys, I have decided to do something different this week. Instead of making 3 property profile videos in which I basically say the same thing as I've said in like 17 other Timberon videos I've made this year, I decided to do a Timberon FAQ. It'll be posted on the I, J, and K pages. It's 22 minutes, and it's 22 of the most frequently asked questions that we get about properties in Timberon. For the record, most of these 22 questions are good questions. They're about surveys and septic and power and water and important, relevant things like that. And some of the questions are not as good. Questions like, how do I buy this property? And then I say, click the buy now button. And then they say, where's that? And then I spend 3 minutes on the phone trying to describe something which I feel should be relatively obvious. It's this thing right here. Anyway, so watch the video. You will presumably learn answers to questions that maybe you even have about these properties. I don't know. Anywho, let's just go through the specifics here. The I property is located off of Chaucer. It's got a home right across the street, power right there, and as noted, very close to the airstrip right here. The J property, also close to the airstrip, sits here off Milton. No power along Milton, but power all along Merlin right here, as noted also by the airstrip. I think airstrip is a turnoff in most real estate sales, but keep in mind they're not landing 747s out here. It's a fairly quiet, country neighborhood. So I don't think the airplanes create a lot of noise out there, however many airplanes they have landing in the course of a year. And then we've got the K property, which, as I mentioned earlier, is pretty close to the entrance up here of Timberon, close to the restaurants and the volunteer fire department. Sits here along Wordsworth. There's power all along Wordsworth, and as you can see, there's some pretty nice homes that are developed out here. So 3 properties you can learn more about. Go to their respective listing pages and read the write-ups that we have there. Or watch our FAQ. By the way, quick thing I just want to mention. We got a guy we sold property to in Timberon a few months ago. He goes by the name here on YouTube, El Coyote Loco. And he has been doing some videos about his experiences living out there and building out there and getting a survey out there and whatnot. So I was just so charmed by the fact this guy did a video of like, oh, I sold land to that guy. Look at that. That I'm going to link to the video here in the description below the YouTube video. So you can watch one of his videos and, I don't know, plug for that guy. So, thank you for buying land from us and thank you for making a little video about it. Again, I was charmed. Anyway, in the weeks ahead, we've got some property coming up in Taos County next week, and I've got some surprises which will probably be debuting in August. We'll see. But things to look forward to, people. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Subscribe and be amongst the first to know when we list these new properties. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.